The brand new 2023 redesigned Tesla Model 3 has officially leaked. Tesla is working on a huge upgrade and a massive redesign and overhaul to the 2023 Model 3 that is going to be the biggest change this car has ever seen. We're talking a new design, upgraded interior, tons of new features exclusively for this Tesla Model 3 and maybe the Model Y too, which sort of raises a big question. Should you buy right now? Should you wait? Because according to rumors, this is going to really be worth waiting for because it's going to be a huge upgrade in almost every single way. So let me break down the 10 or so biggest changes and upgrades coming to this brand new Model 3. Let me tell you what's going to change, when it's coming, new colors, new features, and sort of help you decide, should you buy right now? Should you wait? Could we see some discounts of Tesla trying to get rid of current Model 3s to make way for this new one? Let me break down everything you need to know about this brand new Model 3 coming in 2023. And a huge thanks to DIMO for sponsoring this video. All right, first things first, let me be clear that this isn't some Reddit thread or fly-by-night rumor. This is a report from Reuters attributing multiple sources, anonymous sources, to this story and say that Tesla is working on a massive upgrade to the Model 3 that's going to bring some really big changes to areas that matter most to customers. We're talking battery, we're talking cosmetic changes, and we're also talking about upgrades to the interior as well, specifically with the screen. And before you totally blow this off, click off this video or comment down below that I'm just giving you fake news or whatever, let me say that this does make a lot of sense. We've seen Tesla make steady upgrades and downgrades to the Model 3 and Model Y over the past few years, but it really hasn't been since 2020 that the Model 3 in particular got a really massive overhaul. That was where we saw the big changes, like the switch from Chrome to the standard Chrome delete. That's when we got the totally refreshed center console that got rid of, quite frankly, the awful center console that was in the sort of the previous cars. That was when we got the switch from the USB-A port over to USB-C. That's when we got the heat pump, not to mention all the other sort of smaller hardware changes we've seen with that build and since then. But really, it's been nearly 3 years that the Model 3 got really any big cosmetic change. And in addition to all that, we've also already seen, supposedly, this refreshed Model 3 leaked. We've seen multiple images of some hidden or disguised Model 3s that have some covers on the front and the back that are supposedly sort of keeping this new design out of the public view. And also we've seen Tesla apply for some changes and some permits for their Fremont factory, sort of in preparation for these big changes and retooling that is going to be coming into the Model 3's production line over the next several months. By and large, this car has looked the same on the inside out basically since 2018. We did get the changes in 2020, but really since this car launched nearly 5 years ago, it's been basically the same. In fact, if it wasn't for the Chrome delete, or unless you were looking at the center console inside, you'd be hard-pressed to tell a difference between a 2018 Model 3 and a 2023 Model 3. They're basically looking the same options, same colors, same wheels. Not a whole lot has changed in the last 5 years. That is, according to this report, until right now. And one of the reasons I think this is particularly important is because the competition has not slowed down. In fact, it's gotten better. Back when, the Model 3 was in its heyday, 2018, 2019, even 2020, it didn't see a whole lot of competition. But since then, obviously, we've got a lot of new entries into the EV space. It's never been more competitive as it's, been right now. And as we see new models and price drops on other models, and we see sort of the competition really heating up, the Model 3 is sort of this, fairly high-priced sort of a sedan, and even the Model Y, as they face more competition, they don't necessarily have the features to compete. For their price, they're missing some key features like ventilated seats and 360-degree cameras, and just even other design changes and luxuries you'd find in cars around the same price from companies like, Mercedes, BMW, stuff like that. I know that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down, but suffice it to say, a big upgrade is needed, and now is finally coming. So first things first, let's start with some of the bigger changes we're expecting to see on the outside. And according to this Reuters report, it specifically calls out a redesign that is happening to this car though we really have no ideas or specifics on what a redesign means in the case of the Model 3. And you guys are probably better suited in this area than I am. What design changes would you like to see to this car? Now that Tesla is considering a redesign, what would you like to see changed on the cosmetics front? Let me know your thoughts on a redesign and what you'd like to see down below in the comments. Now, speaking of sort of outside upgrades, one area in particular that is going to get infinitely more useful is the frunk. Not only could Tesla possibly make the frunk bigger on the Model 3 and even the Model Y to allow for more storage, but we know that Tesla is working to finally bring a powered frunk to these cars as well. This feature basically already leaked in the Tesla app a few months ago, and it makes so much sense. Now, before we continue with more on the next generation of Teslas, let's take a break for just a moment because I want to tell you guys how to get the very most out of the car you've got right now. If you want a really easy way to unlock some incredible insights into your car's health and performance, easily get the price if you're looking to sell your car, and even earn rewards for the driving you're already doing, then you've definitely got to check out the amazing mobile app made by this video's sponsor, and that is DIMO. Now, DIMO's goal is simple. They want to help you get the most out of the car you've already got right now, and they've created an open and transparent user-owned data-driven network that is here to improve the way we move throughout the world. And they've got their full-fledged DIMO mobile app that is here to let you take full advantage of this incredible ecosystem, and also it's just packed with really useful features to help you get the very most out of your car. And before we go any further, yes, this is going to simply and effortlessly connect to your Tesla or even multiple Teslas if you've got them. And also the DIMO mobile app is going to work with other car brands as well, like Toyota and Hyundai. And right off the bat, one of the things I really love here is that DIMO lets you see sort of the most important stats about your car really easily here right at a glance. Like I can easily see my current state of charge. I can unlock the car or even open the frunk or trunk just with one tap, which is really nice. I can easily monitor my charging habits here with one tap. I can easily see my average range, tire pressure of all 4 tires with just one tap, and one of my personal favorite features here is this virtual glove box built right into the app that lets you safely and securely store a copy of all your car's most important documents right inside of the app. And in addition to all that, to make things even better is that you can effortlessly get rewarded for just doing your daily driving. If you choose to share your data and sort of contribute to help make this platform better, you'll be able to earn a DIMO tokens. This is the native token of the DIMO ecosystem, and it's used by app developers and hardware manufacturers who develop for the ever-growing DIMO ecosystem. It's also going to give you a really easy way to sort of contribute to voting and help upgrading the protocol and making things even better. I love this app. I know you guys will love it as well. So if you want to learn more, check it out for yourself today, totally free, and even start earning rewards for just driving around. Hit the link right down below to learn more and check out the amazing feature-packed DIMO mobile app today, as well as all the amazing things that DIMO is doing in their ecosystem. The link right down below. And again, on the subject of cosmetic changes, one of the other big changes we are expecting that's basically all but confirmed, sort of, is some new colors finally coming here to the US to the Model 3. Now, there are 2 new colors available in Europe and the Middle East. That is Quicksilver and the Midnight Cherry. And Elon already did say yes to bringing new colors to the US, and we already know that Giga Texas is working to sort of bolster their paint factory or their paint area there to make it even better. So that'd make a whole lot of sense that when this new Model 3 launches, it would bring some new color options with it as well. We have sort of Quicksilver replacing Midnight Silver Metallic. We have sort of the Cherry or Midnight Cherry replacing the red, the Multico Red. So it seems like those would be really nice to see in the US, and maybe even one more color option too. The third color option that actually leaked with Quicksilver and Midnight Cherry, obviously those 2 ended up being true, was an all-new Abyss Blue. This obviously would be a blue that's a little bit lighter. It would replace the current blue we have right now and would make a lot of sense. It's been sort of a while since Tesla's really done anything to change their colors, and now that we have basically a new red, we've got a new silver, we'd get a new blue, that'd be great, and then white and black would remain the same. Though I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see Tesla sort of change the default color again from maybe not being white, because I see so many white cars on the road. What do you think? Should they go back to black being the default color? Do you think they should stick with white, maybe make a new free color, or make them all paid? I don't know. What are your thoughts on the default Tesla color? Will Tesla change that with the Model 3? We don't know, but let me know your thoughts on that down below as well. Next, I also should mention some of the good news and bad news expected with this car as well. Good news is that the cameras on the outside of the Model 3 are expected to be upgraded. We've already seen actually Tesla testing these in the wild. They should be a higher megapixel count, higher resolution that should make them better, not only sort of for better full self-driving operation and better autopilot, but also it should improve Sentry mode as as well. So if you want a higher resolution image for your car security system, it's going to be even better with these new upgraded side cameras. The only problem here, and really the big downside, is that Tesla isn't going to be bringing back ultrasonic sensors, which means these cars are again going to go all in on Tesla's vision system. Okay, next up, let's jump to the inside of the car, because this is where things get very, very interesting. According again to this Reuters report, Tesla is going to be making some changes to the areas of the car that customers care about most, with one of the biggest being sort of the overall interior, and specifically being the screen. Now, Teslas are obviously iconic and very well known for their ultra minimal buttonless interior, and I don't think that's going to change, but I do think at least we're going to see more of the DNA of the interior of the Model X and Model S come sort of down the line to the Model 3 and Model Y to make them a bit more functional and a little bit more premium. Specifically, I'd love to see some upgrades to that main center screen. I'm not going to expect anything crazy like an OLED screen or anything, but what would be nice to see is sort of a larger, brighter screen. Maybe it is the 17-inch screen of the Model S and Model X, maybe even tilts as well. That'd be super cool. Maybe Tesla was to make this a high refresh display, so it'd be 120 hertz, which you're not going to game on it in theory, but it would just sort of help the car feel snappier and faster. Some sort of upgrade to the screen would be really, really nice. I know that the Model S and Model X need their own exclusive features, but even being able to pay more for a larger 17-inch screen in the 3 and the Y would be really nice to see. The other really interesting part of this rumor that's sort of been floating around for a while is that the Model Y allegedly is already equipped with a port on its sort of motherboard for specifically a second screen that maybe means sort of Tesla has been building for this for a while, and that a second screen is going to come on this new Model 3 refresh. Now, we don't know what the second screen is going to mean. We don't know if they're talking about a second screen like sort of behind the steering wheel like you have on the S and the X, that'd be great, or if the second screen sort of refers to a rear passenger screen also in those cars. We don't know specifics just yet. We don't know if it's going to come as a standard feature or if it's going to be an additional option, but being able to have more info at a glance, again, to me, sounds really, really great. Don't know how much Tesla's going to want to sort of overlap their higher end features of the S and the X down with the 3 and the Y, but having a second screen, even if it's a smaller second screen in the 3 and the Y, would be really nice to see. One of the other changes Tesla is expected to make that is very controversial is with the steering wheel. We heard that Tesla is aiming to remove the stalks from the steering wheel in the Model 3 and Model Y and go with not a yoke, still a full round steering wheel, but one with touch-based, touch-sensitive controls. Basically what we've got on the Tesla Semi. We actually just got some new images of the steering wheel so you could sort of see it better in person. This is what we're expecting to see come to the 3 and the Y. So basically you've got your regular round steering wheel, but all of your functions like going from park to reverse to neutral to drive, your headlight control, even things like your windshield wipers and your turn indicators, all those would be controlled from touch-sensitive areas on the screen. I am very curious to see this come to the 3 and the Y. Not sure how you guys feel about it, but this is another big change that is expected to come with this refresh. And obviously on the topic of interior, there are a couple of wish list features I'd love to see as well, and I'm sure you guys would love to see too. Ventilated seats is a big one for me, especially in SoCal where it gets really hot. I'd love, love, love to see ventilated seats. Not sure why it's not in these cars. Also, a 360 top-down camera would be really great to see. Sort of this has been a rumor for a while. Maybe it comes in a software update, maybe not, but this would be nice to see as well. Also, we've heard rumors that Tesla is going to be bringing Dolby Atmos support to all of their vehicles in a software update. And maybe we see some sort of upgrade to their sound system as well. To my understanding, Tesla has not changed the sound system in the Model 3 and Model Y in a number of years, so maybe we sort of get a next generation sound system that gives you better bass, better sort of separation with the speakers for an even more immersive sort of Dolby Atmos spatial audio system. That'd be cool to see, and just sort of some overall improvements to the inside of the car as well. We've also heard that Tesla just placed an order for hardware 4, that they're working to sort of bring this next generation brains of the Tesla computer to a new level, and that should allow for obviously better full self-driving capabilities, better autopilot, and just sort of better smarts with all new hardware 4 that if the timeline sort of matches up, which it seems like it is, hardware 4 would be in the new Model 3 too. There are some other tidbits from this report worth noting as well. One of the big ones is that Tesla is trying to reduce the cost of building the Model 3, so maybe we're going to see less sort of options or sort of a more streamlined ordering process or different versions. Not sure exactly what that means, but that sort of is a big point of consideration. Also, we've got no specific wording on the Model Y or no mention of that, but it's easy to assume that a lot of the upgrades that come to the 3 will come to the Y as well. Whether or not they will be released at the same time is sort of yet to be seen, but I'm assuming since they share so much of the same DNA that a redesign or new features that come to the 3 will eventually, quickly or not, make their way to the Y as well. Now, obviously, with all this being said, leads to a couple of big questions. The big one being, well, I guess 2, when will we see this? And should I buy and take delivery of a new Tesla right now? Well, what we're hearing from this Reuters report, whether it's accurate or not, is that we should see these cars enter production in Q3 of 2023. So you've got a little bit of a ways to go. So I'd say that if you're not in a hurry and you want to wait for the latest and greatest redesign, then I'd probably wait, if you can, about a year or so to see if this Model 3 happens and actually enters production, or we never see it. Who knows with Elon time and Tesla's timetable. Q3 of 2023 could mean 2024, 2025. So if you can wait, then I would wait. But if you need a car sooner than later and you're ready to make this jump to an EV and you just like the current Tesla lineup now, then I definitely wouldn't wait and I would just go with it. As one of the sort of the things we talk about when we talk about phones and computers, and even sort of the case is relevant here as well. You want to buy based off of what the market is today and what the cars offer today, and not off of the rumors of what could be coming, because there's always going to be something next. Yes, there will likely be an upgrade to the Model 3 and the Model Y at some point in the next 12 to 18 months, but if you cannot wait and you need something right now, buy now. Don't wait off of a rumor that could be happening or not. Go ahead and buy now. But if you can wait and you really do want the next big thing, then maybe in 12 months, the story will be very, very different and the lineup could drastically change. So as always, guys, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this? Really, I want to know, what would you love to see in the Model 3 of 2023? What big upgrades would you like to see? What new features do you want to see? What design changes should Tesla make? What new colors could we see? Let me know your thoughts of what you'd love to see, your wish list for Model 3 and Model Y upgrades down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.